time tonight. We got beautiful mountain scenery. Greg's here. We got Finn. He's running around. There's actually fire already here for us, which is great, along with fire ring. And Greg's you got your hammock.
I got my hammock. I mean, that's all I sleep in, man. My hammock.
I got a hammock. I got a tent. And I got a car.
You got a car.
I got lots of options.
So there's grizzlies that show up, then you got your car.
There's almost certainly going to be grizzlies show up because that's the type of environment it is.
Well, I kind of feed them and get them ready for these kind of occasions. Right? So that when Steve shows up, there's always going to be a Thursday.
Well, anyway, so yeah, this is kind of what we're looking at. We got absolute beautiful scenery. And I'm not going to eat any dog food or whatever, like whatever things you find in woods. Like we might nibble on something here and there.
Well, I mean, edibles are edibles, but, hey, I would never feed you something that you don't like. Like the dog food's for the dog. And we got smokies.
We're all set. So we're going to get kind of established, split some firewood, get some shelter set up, and then, of course, the much-needed step 2. What's your hammock like?
I love my hammock, man. That's basically all I stay in. I don't even take my sleeping bag out of it. I leave it in, and just roll it up, put it in the back, and I'm ready to go usually, right? I got a couple of trees here, so this will work just fine. And the good thing is, Steve, about this is, if a bear does show up, I'll be the first one to know.
If I hear the screaming of blood-curdling screams coming from Greg Owens in the middle of the night and a dog going berserk, I'm going to come to your rescue. But I think we should be safe because Greg is packed, like he's prepared for bears. We're in pretty good shape here, I think.
I always test it. Make sure it's not going to sag. Sometimes they sag.
Sometimes they slip off the tree.
It happens. See, it did sag. Oh, I forgot that.
All right. Home for the night. We couldn't get to where we wanted to go tonight because the road was washed out. However, good consolation prize is that there's this site and somebody's paid it forward with firewood. And that's just great to see. And I encourage everybody to do that. Pay it forward. If you've got leftover firewood, don't throw it in the back of your truck and try to sell that on Marketplace. Leave it for the next folks.
Didn't split like I wanted. Yep. Hard to crack. Okay.
Craig, don't split it all. Save some for me. That'll be splits it all.
I thought it would just split. It's not splitting.
Obviously, the wood is pretty wet, and it's not split nice. The only dry wood here is the chopping block, and you never burn that. You got to leave that definitely for the next people. But in the event you cannot split this up, I got a secret weapon back in my car. I can burn these whole rounds. This site's perfect. The fire ring right there. I don't know what this is. I'm guessing people could put chairs under here and a tarp over top to stay dry. This is a little bit of a cooking rig. See? Just hang your pot off of this and put it right over the fire. Step number 2, because Greg's got his shelter set up. And that's step 1, set the shelter. Step 2, enjoy a crisp, refreshing beverage, and then worry about the fire and the food later. Right? That's
exactly.
We're excited to fly our drones around because it's absolutely beautiful here. And there's a mountain over there you can't even see right now. These are pretty good. But there's a big one over there that it's got sharp peaks on it. I got to try to get the drone as close as I can without losing the drone.
Well, that is, folks, awesome scenery. And good company. We got Finn the dog.
Yep, Finn.
We got Smokies. Hey, Finn, come on, sit down here.
So Finn's here. He doesn't normally like to release his stick he holds on with. He's pretty territorial about his, he comes over like he wants me to throw it, but he just
Doesn't mean that you have them. That's the thing.
It's old fin for you.
Thanks a lot for coming up.
Thanks, Greg, for having me. This is absolutely great. First things first, I guess, right now is that we're going to start a fire. It is cooling off. The sun's gone behind the mountain on that side. Looks bright and sunny over there, but it's cooled off quite a bit here. So we gathered a little firewood. He claims to know how to start a fire. I got that backup torch in my car if things don't work out. But fingers crossed. I might learn a thing today. Old dry rotten branches.
That's good stuff. This is cow parsnip.
It was. Yeah, there's a new sprout.
There's cow parsnip. This is good stuff. Guaranteed good stuff. Right?
Yeah. And if you want to nibble.
Yeah, well, you can eat them raw. They're like celery. But they're better cooked. Okay? Now, you might want to try it, but they're better cooked. Just have a little piece, but you might not like it.
A lot of springs in there. But yeah, cooked.
If you cook it, it's like celery.
Oh, I can see that being all right.
Yeah.
See,
Not bad.
we could just live out here, right off the fruit of the land. Fruit of the land. Yeah.
Pretty good. The old man's beard. Old man's beard. This is what we got.
I'm helping.
Well, this dry spruce with old man's beard growing on it.
Mm.
Oh, best.
They should call it crazy neighbor's beard.
Yeah. Why don't they call it young man's beard?
Young men can't grow beards.
There you go.
Greg is supposedly going to start a fire, but I think he might need a little help with vitamin propane. I'm just going to loiter around over here with this thing ready to go. Can't find the lighter.
Well, I got a power rod.
You know, like this in here.
Well, of course I would.
So I'm here on standby. Greg is going to light this with a little fire stick, supposedly. If he needs a little help, I'm here for that. Let me know when you need old Black Betty here to jump in and help.
Okay. Well, it's actually going to be pretty.
Okay, so you got old man's beard, some old
man's beard.
some little dried up old twigs on there. Here.
Well, it went on.
All right, just let me know when.
Well,
You pyro.
they call me a pyro, but I don't. It went out. Okay, give her a blast. Give her. Send her away.
That'll work. Throw that on. Let's give her a go.
I'll move the camera.
So I destroyed Greg's camera. What was the risk you gotta deal with starting a fire? It's casualties sometimes. So I guess you did start it in theory.
I started it in theory. I did.
This campsite, it's got everything you ever need. Fresh water, firewood already there, differential, just in case, you never know when you might break down. And yeah, endless supplies of scenery. There's a goose over there. So Greg, do you think those goose are okay to eat? Or are they poisonous or?
No, they're good eating, man.
Really?
Good eating. You can't hunt them this time of year. They're nesting, but I'll tell you, man, they are good. But slow cook them. Slow cook them.
Slow cooking is the key.
Slow cooking.
Boil them a little bit in like ribs or something.
No. In an oven, 150 degrees for 8 hours.
Ah, and you get an extra added pillow out of the dough.
Oh yeah, man. That's
It's the best pillow is a down pillow.
You heard something.
You heard something. But we were just casually chatting about Sasquatches, and I don't think they're out there. I'd love it if they were, and we kind of agreed on that. And then
The fin starts barking. Sure enough, right?
barking and runs off into the woods. I grabbed the camera. I said, "Okay, we were just talking. Okay, if we say some Sasquatch on video,
we would be millionaires.
that'd be a pretty good thing." But he's got his nose up and he's sniffing.
No, he smells something.
There's something here.
No, hey, that's why he's good, okay? Because if anything comes around Cap, he knows. He knows.
Okay, I gotta go grab my knife just in case there's something that comes out of the woods.
You want me to get my rifle?
I think it's fine time for some food.
Well, I'm hungry.
All right, so we didn't forage nothing so far. But
there's stuff to forage, but I mean, I'm just hungry. I'm good with just smokies.
Smoked sausages, here we come. I've never camped with Greg. I don't know if he appreciates my love for the finer, freshly baked buns. He said he got some smoked sausages, but I got some buns just in case. I think he's going to pull out some old Wonder Bread factory stuff. And I also got some all beef smokies as well, because I'm prepared. Like water, just in case I don't have delicious glacier-fed mountain water, which we do. A pretty good makeshift grill. You clearly stole this out of an oven somewhere.
This was out of an oven at the dump.
Oh, well, that dump is a great source of supplies.
Most of my stuff comes from the dump.
Out in the remote places, like up in the Yukon, it costs so much to ship things out there that it's almost a ritual of going to the dump. Like when people get their first homes and they're furnishing it, like to get whatever it is, appliances, furniture. But yeah, the dump is a great source of supplies.
Do you see some of the stuff that people throw out at the dump? An old guy, he went to the dump in Canal Flat.
Mm-hmm.
There was an old motor rifle.
Yeah.
Okay? Nothing. He took it home, put gas in it, it fired right up, he used it for years. It just was out of gas.
People are fairly wasteful in this day and age. And, we're going to make use of everything we can.
That's right.
The goose is still over there. I think it's looking at our food here, and it's getting pretty nice and cooked. We didn't really think we'd be camping tonight. We were just coming out for a little drive, but it just seemed right. We came this far. We had the stuff with us, so why not just go camping? Let's.
Umbrella, catsup, you got it all.
All the trimmings, they make these type of green, yellow, red stoplight packs. Yeah, now that is a smoked sausage. That is.
This is life.
No, doesn't get any better than this.
I don't think so.
I really don't. Here we are, soaking it in. Yeah, we're gonna feast all night. Keep the fire going. Loads of wood. Everything's gonna be all right. I'm no expert, but that's 100% fair. I'm sure of it. Oh.
This is Rockstar Energy's Backstage Beats. I'm at the Rockstar Energy Open. I am talking to the Paradox.
Yeah. We're black dudes from Atlanta singing pop punk. It tears apart the fabric of the universe. That's what we're doing.
Head to Rockstar Energy's YouTube for new episodes Wednesdays.
thrill of finding your path with the Nissan Pathfinder Rock Creek. Now get 5,000 customer cash or 0% APR financing for 60 months on the 2025 Nissan Pathfinder.
He will go after him, but he won't like chase him. Like he's smart enough to know how far he can get.
I don't know where I'm going to sleep. I'm kind of thinking right here where I spilled all the ketchup and mustard. But maybe in my car. I don't know. We had a great adventure today. It's my thing.
Defense, you know, thing.
We're on these roads for a couple of hours. Absolutely beautiful, beautiful scenery. Like it doesn't get any better. That's all I can say.
Well, and yeah, like you say, the scenery, like the mountain there, just,
So I figure there's thousands of grizzly bears per square inch, literally. I'm excited about the possibilities of living through the night. Craig's got his hammock. I was going to put up a hammock, but there just isn't. The only trees there are over a creek, full of mosquitoes, like full of mosquitoes. Oh, that's what's going on. There's all the geese up there. I think they're coming in for a landing. Bunch of geese circling back and forth. Some of those migrating birds can sleep over it.
I haven't even heard that word.
I heard that I think it's goose or something big like that they can actually get into almost a sleep state as they're flying. That goose that was sitting around, that one flew off, maybe joining the party over with the other geese. I don't know. I thought they were going to come here and hang out with us for the night, but no such luck.
Okay, Finn, that's enough.
You're really going to sleep right there because that looks like right where the bears pop out of, usually.
I like to be where they come out of the bush.
So
I don't want to get surprised.
Well, I suppose. So
I can hear them. See, that's the good thing, okay? If you're by the bush like this, you see how those trees are?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, do you think a bear could come through there with those breaking branches and surprise me?
Yeah.
So I'm going to hear it.
Okay, so over there, if I camp out there by the fire, how safe do you think I'll be on a scale of 1 to 10? Yes or no?
9.
Okay, so that's a pretty good odds.
Safe. You're going to be safe.
Safe. So a 10% chance of not being
safe. That's pretty good odds, isn't it?
Yeah, on a day-to-day basis, I like to live through the day with a better than 10% chance or 90% chance.
Well, I mean, hey, put it this way. You got a better chance of getting struck by lightning than a grizzly coming and eating you by the park. Especially with Finn here.
Yeah.
Like that, Finn. Feel like that.
Okay, probably I'm going to sleep by the fire. Don't know yet, but Craig talks a good game.
Well, yeah, but I'm being honest, man. Like, I've never been eaten.
I think that's survivor bias.
We ain't Timothy Treadwell.
Yeah,
we'll be fine. We'll be fine. We're not gonna.
I got my bear spray, right? Because that works 100% of the time, all the time.
Yeah.
But anyways, yeah.
So, I got my gun. We got the dog. The dog will let us know if anything comes around. We don't have to worry about a bear sneaking in the camp because he will go nuts. Then we will know. You got a flashlight, right?
No. Oh yeah, I do somewhere.
Yeah, just keep the fire going.
The fire is going to be going all night long. Real big. Okay. Cheers. Well, you hunker down, get that set up. I'm going to chill by the fire for a little bit, and we'll see you in the morning. Cheers. Oh, hey guys. Sitting here by this raging little river. Definitely don't want to get too close to that. You can see chunks of it actually falling out. Actually, this whole bank is undercut a little bit. So that leads me to my next little question here. I really wanted to set up for the night down here. But in the low spots, the ground is already getting wet. And if I go over here to the road we rode in on, it's completely soaking. And as a matter of fact, that water is, it's flowing. So like I'm walking through it right now, and like this is turning into a little bit of a river, right? Exactly. I do believe I'm going to hunker down in the car tonight. I did kind of want to sleep by the campfire, but I'm also a little bit scared to do that because, hey, let's face it, I'm no Greg Ovens. Make sure everything's in the car, kind of ready to go. And the road we came in on is up on that side a little bit on higher ground, so we can get out of here if there's a problem. But I'd like to bring the vehicles with us if that's the case. Greg's hunkered down. It's not even that late. He's an early guy, going to sleep, early to rise. So he'll be up at probably 4 in the morning picking fiddleheads or whatever. And so that could be a good breakfast. Who knows? Greg and I have some things planned. Kind of just getting to know each other now, because you never know if somebody's going to be the way they are in videos in real life. And he is. So that's great. Good old-fashioned unexpected car sleep. Nothing wrong about that. The RAV4 seats go back pretty far. Got a big juicy sleeping bag, so nice and warm. And Greg's over in his hammock there. And Finn is actually somewhere in between the car and the hammock. He's staying kind of around Greg. Keeping an eye on the situation that's unfolding of the stream that's just started flowing down the road we came in on. And that could, it's going to probably get worse by the morning. So we'll see how we can get out of here if it does get too bad. But with that washed out road up the hill there, possibly the stream or the creek could have got diverted. But that's a pretty raging creek there. Greg says it's normally pretty shallow. There's not much going on there normally. But we're just starting to hit the real runoff season here. So, gonna hunker down and see you guys in the morning. Oh, morning, guys. It's always a good day when you wake up in a car. You see Greg's already up and moving about, and I don't even know what time it is, but it's outside my window. That water's still flowing. It really actually kind of flooded a bit of the area I was going to sleep in. So, yay for the car. It saved the day, saved the night. Here's by the fire pit. It's, yeah, it got pretty wet. So, we'll find out what's happening on the way out. Probably some little creek is just running over off down the road. But we'll see. Morning, Greg. How'd you sleep?
I slept so good, Steve.
Yeah, you? Pretty good. I just had dreams that this whole road flooded out all night long. So, yeah, it was an interesting night, but I always sleep great in a car. I don't know what it is. It takes some getting used to. And like years ago, I lived in my car for quite a while, a few months anyway. And it was hard to get used to at first, but then it was really, really comforting, and I liked it. And you wake up in the morning and turn the key and go get your coffee.
Well, and you don't have to worry about the predators. It's one thing about the hammock. But yeah, I sleep good in the hammock. Him beside me. He slept beside the hammock all night. So,
Oh, that's great.
he's good to come around.
You should probably pack this up if we're going to make it back down the road to see this hockey game, of which I don't want to say what team I'm cheering for because I don't want to lose a bunch of subscribers, but it's one of them. It's officially too hot for a jacket. Greg's got his hammock all taken down. It's a nice thing with those. Takes like 5 seconds. And I'm going to power down this slippery, muddy road. See what's up ahead, because it's going to be soaking wet. Like, that's too much. Come on. I'm just trying to have a good time camping. You lead the way. Did it. Yeah. Nice final sweep here. looks better than we found it. It's the way to do it. We even cleared up.
And put the fire out.
Fire's good and out, but that was a fun trip. Let's hit the road. With great happiness, the road is not flooded. We've made it back, and Greg has set us up with these wonderful cabins here. We had a great time. Definitely more to come in the future because we talked about some ideas that sound really cool. We're watching the game, which it's on an intermission right now, so it's all right. And if you're curious to see more of Greg, because he's a really great guy, he knows far more than pretty much anybody I know, particularly me. It's Ovens Rocky Mountain Bushcraft is the name of his channel, and it's, if you want to learn some stuff, that's the place to go.
It's survival stuff and plants and this and that, but I'd appreciate it if you do check it out if you haven't seen it before.
Please do. And you know, with Greg's channel, you always learn something. When you watch my channel, you probably forget something. Like
I wouldn't say that.
You're probably less intelligent after camping with me for one night than you were coming into it. You've probably forgotten plans that you already knew.
No, not true. Not true. He's kidding you. He's kidding you.
But,
I don't usually forget plans.
we're gonna see how the hockey game goes. We got plans for some other videos because we get along together great, and
That'd be great.
this is to the future videos.
You bet.
Thanks for inviting me out, Greg.
You bet.
Thanks for watching Camping with Steve, and subscribe to me if you like this type of stuff, and subscribe to Greg if you want to learn some stuff and you like him as a person. If you have not heard of him, but yeah, everybody knows Greg. So, cheers, everybody.
Thanks a lot.
See you on the next one.
Okay.
So we're gonna build a raft then?
Well, we got all the wood we need right there. All right.
Guess we'll get at her.
I'm being told this is legal email from Liberty Mutual, who helps save you hundreds by customizing your car insurance. And his partner, Doug, is the gentleman under the security guard.
Only pay for G.
Liberty, 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 Liberty.
Lowe's knows when you need a new appliance, you need it fast. So we offer next day delivery of hundreds of appliances. Plus, members.
Hey guys, we're going up the Mica Mountain Trail, kind of. We're getting the car as close as we can to it, because that's the site of a historic Bigfoot or Sasquatch sighting around here. Now, I'm a skeptic about these things, but a lot of people have requested it, so I'm just going to go to the site of a documented historic sighting, or very near to it. We're going to set up camp and see what we can see, or hear what we can hear. I've got a good microphone. We're going to see what happens. Got beautiful wife and I, this rickety old 97 Toyota Corolla. We'll take this thing as far up the logging road as we can get it to whatever looks like a good camping spot. And we're going to keep our eyes peeled and ears peeled for anything unordinary. Yeah, we clearly are in bear territory, and this one sets the record. This is a huge bear. It's judging by the looks of it, I'm guessing a huge black bear, because I saw some smaller black bear piled back there. And grizzlies and black bears normally don't overlap territories much. Grizzlies are a little bit of a bully, so if it's just black bears out here, that's okay. But we do have some precautions that we're going to take here, definitely, because we're in such a wildlife infested area. this is a beautiful spot. The mosquitoes are horrendous. That's about the worst that I've seen them on this trip so far. So first things first is I'll get this thermosol going, and that should kill the ones in this vicinity. Then I can set up our little rain tent. We have just a little sun shelter tent thing because it's supposed to rain, and that'll keep the rain off of us nicely. And we'll set up a sleeping tent somewhere else so that we don't have to cook right where we're eating. Because we are seeing a lot of evidence of bears right in this area. Most of the blueberries in the area have been eaten. They've been picked down to nothing. There's still a few leftovers. But I think the bear's been through earlier. And we're going to make it fairly unpleasant for the bear around here. And I know we are in their backyard. But there's enough room here for all of us. We just need to not surprise them and let them know where we are and not attract them with food right to our tent. We shouldn't have a problem. That's, I'm speaking through my phobia of bears there. So this thing, let this bake the skeeters out. Then we're going to set up our little rain shelter. I'm more scared of the bears than any potential Sasquatch, because I don't believe in Sasquatch or Bigfoot. But here I am, skeptic's point of view, and we'll see what we can see out here. Yeah, it's starting to get rid of some of those darn mosquitoes, but I'll set up a little rain shelter thing here, and that'll be a nice base of operations. It really shows how much I'm missing that screen tent that pops up like nothing. We picked up a different tent, and it is such a hassle. You know, if I were going camping a couple times a year, it wouldn't really be that annoying. But since I'm going out, you know, like 60 or 70 times a year to go camping, setting up a tricky structure gets a little bit annoying. Let's see how easy this thing goes. Looks as instant as it says on the box. Okay. Yeah. Right. I've never been more appreciative of the gear I've been using until this trip. We picked up a Coleman Bristol model tent. It's like an 8-person. Because all they had was the paper thin one or this humongous 8-person one. And that the really little one, I'm going to give that away. I've already got somebody who would be very wonderfully gracious to have it, and we'll put it to good use. So I'm going to try to set this thing up. I sure miss my pop-up shelter. I'd be done already with step one, and then you know what would be happening right now. Instead, it took me an hour, almost an hour to set this up last time. I hope it goes a lot quicker. Oh, why me? Oh, all right. Step one is not even completed, so it doesn't matter. Step 1.5 today. Oh, this is going to be good. Yeah. I'm a full convert to those hub tents, or whatever the system is. Like this one we picked up cost about the same as the normal hub tent that I popped out. And yeah, it's for the time and convenience, you know, I guess if you got snakes that could slither underneath, or venomous spiders or something that could crawl underneath and get you, then for sure you want a floor. In the climates where I camp, not a requirement. There's nothing that's really going to come up and get you from underneath the bottom of the tent. The mosquitoes, you know, the occasional one or two might find their way in, but we haven't really had anything get into the tents on us. But yeah, it was 1955, and right around these parts, let me double check my research. 1955, when William Rowe reported an affidavit of sighting with sketches and everything, just up towards the summit of this mountain. Now, of course, I've spent so much time in the wild, I haven't seen anything really Bigfoot, Sasquatchy, but I know people are fairly, some people are pretty sure they're out there, but I figured, yeah, well, why not come up here to where I know they have been reported in the area. Now, what I'm more concerned about is grizzlies, because in the affidavit, he said originally he thought the sighting was a grizzly because he'd shot one there the year before. But we got a killer mic on the camera, so tonight we'll point it around. We'll try to tap it on a tree and see what we hear. I'm not really expecting much, if anything. If something seriously knocks back at me, I'll be sleeping in the car, but I don't expect that to happen. So the rain's beginning to fall. Maybe I'll throw the fly on that tent and then finish setting it up shortly. I'm probably just going to set up half of it for tonight, just to keep the rain off of us. That's the way it goes around here. I'm going to drink more of this. You guys crack your step twos at home, and yeah, and we'll get onto this Sasquatch sighting thing here. But keep your expectations low. Now I'm officially done with any tents that require tent pegs as part of the structural stability of the tent. I always end up on ground that's either too soft or too hard, and I know they got a various assortment of, ice tent pegs, sand tent pegs. I've used lag bolts before, but who can carry that many assortment of tent pegs? That's a little better. Yeah, like a lot of the tents I set up, they'll just the only reason the pegs are there is to stop it from blowing away in the wind. So if I put enough heavy stuff in the tent, it won't go anywhere. But yeah, this tent, without these pegs, this whole side folds in like the side of a tent trailer. Anyway, I'm going to get a little bit of firewood, which should be possible, because we're in the middle of a clear cut. And yeah, let's go do that. Dawn and dusk are the prime time for bears, and this is coming to dusk here very quickly. I've been blasting the music. I've turned it off right now so that I don't get a copyright strike. But in case I see a bear and I want him to go away, I give it a quick blast with the air horn, and that should scare them or sound strange enough. There's not a lot of really loud things in nature other than lightning maybe, or an avalanche or something. And of course, bear spray for if something comes worse to worse. And I will be walking not too far from our compound. And I figure if we get a good fire going and then crank the talk radio again, that should keep them fairly far away. So soaking wet firewood plus lighter fluid, of course. Give her a little kerosene too for, I think it's the same stuff to be honest. Wet firewood is the hardest thing you could ever have to try and light. Also, anybody new to the channel, don't do what Steve does. Oh, yeah, and anything that smells, even this stuff, bears love it. 2,200 hours at the encampment. Nothing. Nothing unusual. I haven't gone to bang a tree with a stick, but I'm anticipating if I do that, there's going to be an echo because we're in a mountain valley. So I'm bracing myself for that possibility, but there's one way to find out. Let's go hit that tree with a stick. Well, here goes nothing. I'm not even hearing an echo, but maybe it's not loud enough. Maybe I need a better stick. I don't even know how they actually do this. Could be playing with fire. Definitely need a better stick. Well, I'll let him know we're around.
New FanDuel Casino players get 500 bonus spins to play across 3 Huff and Puff games. So come on over to the home of Huff and Puff. Download FanDuel Casino now.
$2,300 hours. No sighting. Nothing suspicious, but I think it's time for something delicious. And that should shake him out of the forest and come running over to check things out. This little structure, this is staying in my camping gear. This actually went up pretty quick and pretty slick. And it's a little big, but smaller than the other screen tent I normally bring. Yeah, there's no screens on it, but they probably actually make attachments for this one. And any tent with more than 2 poles is off of my list now. It's too crazy. For the amount of camping that I gotta do, I can't. I can't do like an hour and a half, 2 hours setup once or twice a week. That's just insane. Anyway, time to get cooking something up. Ran a little low on nature's abundance, so we pulled out some emergency wood. And it's emergency like 911 because it costs $9 to $11 a month. And I'm going to throw a can of chili right beside the coals here. And this is the Don't Do Anything Steve Does channel because I guess it's coated on the inside with a sealant or something, but I know a lot of trappers that seem to eat their beans this way, and they're alive and kicking well past I thought they'd be going. We'll keep it off the direct heat. Just slowly warm it from the side. That should do just fine. I'll call the number on the side of the can one of these days and actually ask about warming the food, because I'm not going to say cooking it over the flame, but just warming it from close by. I think it actually gets warmed up when they can it, like it gets heated in the can. Anyway, that's what I'm doing. So the can of chili is going to turn into food here. It's actually going to turn into Frito pie. And I have to mention, the stars tonight are ferocious. Milky Way is actually overhead going full Monty right now, like horizon to horizon. It's just incredible. I'm going to try and snap some stills of that because I can't get it on film due to the crumminess of my camera. But let's take some snapshots. And not a cloud in the sky, which means it'll be a cold night. And I don't see the moon anywhere, so I don't know what the behavior of animals is during no moon. I think they may not be able to see, so they might be hunkered down. Who's to say? Let's take some pictures of some stars. That clear sky turned into rain pretty quick, actually. The can of chili is still turning into food over there by the fire. And no sign of anything out here so far. Really, I've been camping out here, kind of in this area for years now, on the order of, I probably spent 60, 70 nights on these logging roads, not precisely here, but in the general area. And I would assume if there is a Bigfoot or Sasquatch, it would have a fairly large range, and things have gotten a lot more developed around here since then. There's a lot more housing, businesses, human activity. And also, I'm a bit of a skeptic on the fact. Really, a bear would be my biggest concern out here. Sasquatch would be actually so low on the list, I would be more concerned about a landslide or something here than an actual Sasquatch. But who knows? Morning is a long time away, and we'll find out what happens. I'm going to be having these cameras with me all night. I've got the GoPro, and I'll give that tree another whack here in a second. See if anything barks back at us. How do you like that? I think we might be safe for the night. Sitting here waiting, haven't seen any evidence or heard any evidence at all. And not to say I'm a skeptic. Well, I am a skeptic, but I've got a beautiful wife out here with me. She is in the car right now. I'm out here close enough by if there is an issue. And it's time for Frito pie. The most basic of them. Gonna throw a little cheese on here. Oh, put it over the oven. A little cheese in the base. So it'll melt. Dump in some good old-fashioned canned store-bought chili. Yeah, there we go. I don't think it can accept a whole can, and that's okay. I can come up with a chili breakfast. That's okay. Oh yeah, this smells fantastic. Well, maybe I can drive a little more in there. But, I know it's been a crazy month here, pretty much, on the channel, with being away from home and all the stuff that has to be done there. And thank you guys for sticking with me through ups and downs, trials and tribulations. But why don't I make this more often? It's so easy. So I have to give a major shout out to all the people that have sent beer donation gifts, and that's what I call them, but in reality, I have a seasonal job repairing furnaces. I run a furnace repair company. Basically, I'm self-employed repairing furnaces. So you can imagine how the summer might be a lean time. This is making it very possible to get out and camp and bring you some strange videos. So thank you all, and please crack your step twos at home. I forgot mine over there, but I'll be cracking it open again shortly. And yeah, I'm gonna chow down on some corn chips, cheese, and canned chili. And just in time to get this done. The rain is starting to fall again. The rain's been hot and cold all evening. What can I say? But I haven't seen anything out here. Albeit I'm not a cryptozoologist. If a Bigfoot were to confront me, I have a ceramic knife. But I wouldn't do anything untoward. Everybody's just trying to live, get through this crazy little thing called life. Successful night. I don't see any problems. Car parked close, just in case of any animals that may come our way. I'm gonna crawl into this monstrosity of a tent, which we all know how I feel about this tent. And we will see you guys in the AM. Bear spray, knife, cameras. Beautiful wipes out of the camera, don't worry. And I get the air horn as well, just in case. So I'm gonna crawl in right next to him and see you guys in the morning. There's totally something outside right now. Yeah. What did I do? Okay. Now I'm getting close. Got my bear spray. Almost here. Okay. I'm just about to sleep. But I've got the air horn I can actually spray. And the bear spray. I don't want to. I'll do whatever it is to spray. I'm just curious. It wouldn't go away, but it's like right in between us and the car right now. This is a bad idea. Get in a hurry. I'm not gonna get any sleep tonight. but I don't think I'm going to be sleeping. It was a pretty awful sleep last night, actually, and I woke up to more noise, and it was light, so I could see what was happening. A bunch of very confused looking clowns outside. It just caused a little bit of a stampede. Didn't seem very thrilled. No. It's the only wildlife we saw here. No Bigfoot, but a lot of hoof prints and stuff like that. I'm gonna grab a touch more sleep because I got pretty much a wink of sleep last night. It was a brutal one. Yeah, we are on Crown land, but I guess there's a grazing lease on this little piece of property here, this whole section here. So anyway, back to that. I need a little more sleep. And so there you have it. My skepticism remains on the Bigfoot issue. Bear issue, I'm still concerned about, but goes to show you. Sorry, I'm mosquitoes this morning. Goes to show you that if you're actually really worried that it could be a bear outside or Sasquatch or something like that, it could very well be a Holstein, right? It's not impossible. But overall, it is. It wasn't a huge successful sleep because I was waking up every 5 seconds. I slept like a baby, waking up every half hour screaming. So this tent was a good purchase. I know you can get them for usually around $100 out here. They go on sale. Pops up very quickly. It was a good buy. I'm going to bring this camping with me a fair bit, and if I want to, I could also start repairing windshields on cars and parking lots. It's just a good little structure. Okay. You should tie it down though if it's windy. But yeah, thanks for camping with Steve. If you like this type of adventure, it's always something slightly unique, the same but different somehow. Please consider subscribing, and thanks for watching if you made it this far, and we'll see you guys on Thursday. Cheers, guys.
Hey. Well, Mazda.
Mazda.
Mazda. The three-row Mazda CX-90. It's made to move you.
Take advantage of one of these exceptional offers at your local Mazda dealer today.
Twinings. Teas that taste great and do you good. Twinings. Drinking life.
Hey everyone, welcome to Camping with Steve. I'm Steve, and well, let's get at it. So, as some of you may know, we purchased an acreage, and it's been pretty hectic moving out here. For some reason, everything seems to be closed, and I can't get a moving company, so we're kind of doing it all ourselves. And that's why we're back in the treehouse tonight. We'll explore around a little bit more. And, you know, with everything, with the lineups, I can only find like pantry foods. So that's what I'm cooking tonight, which is not much of a change from usual. So that is the plan. I'm going to check out what's happening in the treehouse because I haven't been up there in a couple of weeks. And should be good for hunkering down in. Snow has infiltrated into my beloved treehouse. I did leave it set out before for return, so shake that off. Oh no, look at the spacing in the boards. Oh yeah, these, we built this thing a couple of weeks ago, and these boards were tight together. And look at that spacing. Like, the trees are getting bigger somehow, I think. Or, well, yeah, obviously they would get bigger. Hard to say. Anyway, we'll have to reevaluate our construction on this project. And it's a little chilly in here. Looks like I left some emergency step 2s up here. Oh, you know it's bad when they're frozen. That's okay, I have others. So back down to the step 2s. And it looks like there was a bloodbath out there last night. Like, there's tracks all over the place. I don't know if it's a coyote chasing a bunny or what the story is. We'll go take a look at that. We'll get a step 2 happening right away. It's not too cold today, so that's a really nice thing. Frozen beer in front of the heater, that should help. Sleeping bag, thaw off all that snow on it. All right. So it's pretty sweet up here. It's actually shocking to see the gaps in there because that was like flush, one on each other. Nice and tight, but this is not good to put the bed right up against the wall until you have your tarp snugged up. Anyhow, step 2 is going to occur right now. Oh yeah. All right. Now we built this thing without a level and without a plan, and we just kind of started throwing lumber together with some screws. And we're definitely going to have to firm up the joints because we got the longest screws we could, but we're going to have to go in with some lag bolts or ready rod or something like that. And yeah, you know, the biggest thing I'm concerned about, to be honest, right now, is that this thing is going to fall apart because it is poorly constructed in haste. And the trees seem to be growing a lot more than I figured they would. Anyway, yeah, even they're spreading out. So I'm gonna get a carpenter up here to look at this thing, I think, or just do a lot of Googling. Anyway, I'm gonna let this thaw out for a little bit, enjoy some step 2. And I want to have an actual campfire tonight, although I may be cooking up here because it's hard to clean the pans off once you cook on a campfire. I think it's not quite camping unless you got a campfire, so that's the next step of the game. Oh, that'll burn. Nice. Yeah, there's a lot of this really good small diameter wood here. And so I'm gonna pile it right up on the snow. Holy crap. There's a nice big log here. That'll work. No, it won't. Yeah, that's frozen in there pretty good. So, fine spot for a fireplace or a fire pit to me. Oh yeah. Just gonna pile up a bunch more of this stuff, and then we'll get it lit up. Ah, gotcha. Nice. Somebody, I'm suspecting a crazy neighbor, built a little bench out of the construction scraps from the treehouse. So I gotta get the fire going right now. I find the best way to do that is to dump on a bunch of used cooking oil from your deep fryer. Oh yeah, that'll burn good. And of course, it's a little hard to get started, but birthday sparklers always do the job. They're magnesium based, so they're real hot, white burn. Big bundle should do. That should do nicely. Okay. Get the rest of these guys going in the bundle. There we go. Oh, we'll be hunkering down in no time at this rate. Awesome. Dollar store sparklers, what you get. Oh. The oil should take care of the rest of the dirty work. And there we go. Love that smell. Smells like French fries. That worked good. So I have seen a fair quantity of woodpeckers out here. Those are my arch nemesis in Edmonton. They would head up onto the power poles and just rat-tat-tat. So it could be an adjustment out here. They're big, pillated red things too, like Woody the Woodpecker. So, well, I'll see how that goes. Maybe I'll get used to it. But it's quite beautiful out here. It's exceptionally beautiful out there. Where's my beer? I gotta go find my stuff too. I'm sure it's got to be the smell association of the fire, but every time I smell a campfire starting up, I'm craving hot dogs. Probably from when we were kids and we had to, find a stick and roast some hot dogs. But it doesn't matter what I bring. Steak. I don't bring lobster because I'm allergic. But I could bring the fanciest thing and I'd still be craving hot dogs every single time. So I'll get over it. We got pantry food tonight because it's what I normally cook with, and for some reason, that's what I seem to have tonight. There's an awful lot of good wood in here. Oh, the camera tripod fell down. There's an awful lot of good firewood back in here. It's dead stuff, and it's been off the ground like this guy for quite a while. So it doesn't seem to be infested with termites or bugs of any kind. And I saw a bald eagle the other day. I wish I had my camera rolling for that. But there is a lot of wildlife out here. So I'm extremely thankful for that. This is literally 20 acres of paradise. And as soon as we're moved, which will be by next week, heating business is closed down because it's that time of year where nobody needs their furnaces repaired. And I'm sitting on 24-ish acres with nothing to do but go camping and build stuff. So things are going to be pretty sweet. And again, I have missed last week's video, but it is just down to like the core family helping to move right now. We have generous in-laws helping us, moving a lot of stuff, really working hard, even as I'm sitting here filming this. I know they're over there helping to pack up and clean our place because it's just so hard to find anybody as far as moving companies right now for some reason. Anyway, I'll throw another log on that fire. The small dry stuff burns real quick. This one's too green. Anyway, yeah, I'll get another log in there. Well, we're losing our sun power pretty quickly, and we're running out of all this wood that I bushcrafted. So, kind of get up to my old tricks. And I understand the irony. I'm standing in a forest full of wood, but I don't have the time or the chainsaw with me to make any good of it. So this will have to do for right now. A little $1 million wood from the $1 Million Store. Should keep us cozy for a little bit here. Maybe another chunk in a second. It's pretty crazy out here. It's super quiet. I do hear the occasional coyote. There's some dogs in the distance. I can hear the occasional train whistle, which is fantastic. I like that. And it's pretty quiet, I have to say that. No sirens, no police helicopters overhead yet. So it's all good stuff here. And yeah, gonna get the food started, and we're gonna be severely hunkering down tonight. That's for sure. A bunch of movies to watch, and a bunch of stuff to do, and a meal to cook. Hot dogs, but who knows? Maybe one day soon.
You want to play?
Okay, thanks. Find your local Pokemon League.
Cracked windshield? Get it fixed now and pay later at safelight.com.
Elle is gentle and powerful, made without synthetic pesticides or fragrances. And powerful protection that's gentle on skin and powerful against leaks. Choose Elle and choose love.
Nature's Bounty.
Your body balances over 50 hormones.
Nature's Bounty provides relief from common menopause symptoms like hot flashes in just one small pill per day. Nature's Bounty. It's in your nature.
What is it? Protein? This is protein?
What? I can't believe this is protein.
Yup, protein never tasted this good. New Protein Eggo waffles. Same great Eggo taste with 20% of your daily protein.
Protein.
Maureen? What's Maureen?
Oh, I don't know.
Lego My Protein Eggo.
Well, it's certainly nice and warm back up in the treehouse. And that's a surprise because there is a lot of air gaps in here. And the whole thing we're going to have to pretty well ratchet strap together with ratchet straps. We've got some turnbuckles and cable to hold the trees together because this thing, I think, is more dynamic than we originally presumed. So that's pretty much where we're at with the treehouse. And we are going to start a meal here. One of the classic staples is just a pantry meal. I've been doing these long before it was cool. So I'm just going to whip out my pan. And we're going to get started on this thing pretty quick. General rule with anything from the pantry department, it all goes together, right? Like, you can have a can of chili, mix in a can of ravioli, and you could pretty much mix in any sidekick dishes or cans of vegetables. It all just goes together with canned stuff for some reason. So we are gonna chuck in a little bit of canned goods. So this one I'm doing today, it's a Knorr sidekick. It used to be Lipton, I think. Cheddar and broccoli. It looks like their ripped off version of rice-a-roni and a chicken and broccoli flavor, but forget that. I'm throwing in a thing of chunked chicken breast. This is actually not as offensive as you would assume. And I was shocked when I came across this stuff that that it was palatable. So, depending on the brand, you could really luck out. I would experiment delicately with the flaked chunks of meat because they're not exactly a whole food by any stretch of the imagination. Ooh, the thing sure creaks out here. So, I'll actually show you. It's this. No, it smells better than it looks, but this is basically the chicken chunks, and they're full-size chunks. So in they go. Pantry cooking gourmet in the treehouse. Can't mix vegetables because got to keep up vitamin C and all that good stuff. Dietary fiber. Oh yeah. Talking. Now, of course, those the sidekicks call for an amount of water and milk actually on these ones. So what I'm doing is making use of the broth that comes in cans because it's extra tasty and briny if you like salt. And it smells okay. All goes in. We'll top it up with a little more water, of course, because, you know, it'll all boil down if there's too much. So, a little water in there. Yeah. Water on next. This is going to be all right. It also calls for milk. This is the secret. Milk to go. For camping, I love this stuff because it has an expiry date, like months in the future. There's also boxed milk you can get where it's UHT pasteurized. It's pretty much good forever. But this stuff is real milk at a real affordable price, usually if they're on sale. This stuff expires on June 1st. So my days in the grocery store, I remember that this stuff pretty much wasn't even refrigerated. They say you have to refrigerate it. However, well, don't take my word for that, but I think it could probably be spared a day or two of refrigeration. It's the same type they put in those milk carton jug things. Anyway, we'll let this simmer, and then no, it doesn't taste very disgusting, so that's a good sign right off the bat. I hope you can actually see how this turned out. Like, this is a pretty good meal. This looks good. This is essentially the pantry version of chicken, vegetables, and rice. And oh yeah. It is hot and it is good. So I'm going to chow down on this and crawl into my icy sleeping bag. I've got most of the snow off of it, so that's a nice plus. I don't know where I picked these up. I think the dollar store, but these disposable things, I guess they're made of cornstarch and they'll supposedly biodegrade. So that's a plus. I'm gonna have a big meal. Oh Yeah, a real big meal. Then I'll hit the hay. As always, I kind of use my jacket for pillows because it's less stuff to haul up here until this is a permanent sort of fixture with skylights and laminate floors or something nice like that. I could live a happy life here, to be honest. I've lived in a lot smaller quarters than this. And with a few more staples and a little more insulation, this could be a good home, I think. But I also have the other home I'm trying to work on. Oh my. Yum, yum. Well, I'm certainly satiated and getting ready for the long hunger for tonight. Oh, this is going to be good. Well, we'll see you guys in the morning because I am about to fall asleep in about a second. But thanks. Before I fall asleep, I'm going to zip up my sleeping bag. Actually, and I have to give a huge shout out to Super Cozy. Yeah, I like this. A huge shout out to everyone who has donated to the beer fund. People have actually sent me mail as well, so I have to do that in a separate video. But, you know, everybody's got a lot on the go right now, and things are a little stressful for a lot of people. So by no means, I ask you to actually not donate to the beer fund, donate to something else that will do a little more good than the beer fund. I will keep making the videos with or without the beer fund, but donate to your local Red Cross, or I don't know. Donate somewhere other than the beer fund right now. But a big shout out to the people that did. I really appreciate that. It's making things easier and warmer. It's good for the propane fund. Oh boy. Anyway, I'm going to turn off the light and hit the hay. And we'll see you guys in the morning. Good morning, everyone. That was an exceptionally cozy sleep. That was some good hunkering down last night for sure. Meal hit the spot, so that's awesome. It's a lot of pantry meals coming up here because that's kind of what I always cooked, and that's what I have right now. Anyway, the internet out here, we're officially moving, like probably in a couple of days we'll be out here more permanently. And my internet signal is not the best out here. So as far as uploading, I'm not sure how that'll work. I've ordered an LTE antenna that should boost the speeds, except it claims to be delivered from Amazon, but there's nothing there. So they're putting a trace on it. And I need this like last week. So I'll probably order another one and see what I can do as far as the antenna for this thing. That'll make things possible. Now, I know cell phone uploads go pretty quick if you got a good close connection with a tower. My tower's probably 8 kilometers away, so I don't know, 5-6 miles away or something like that. And that's what we're going to have to deal with in order to get stuff uploaded. And that is where we're at for now. So it's a big final push. And next week, that's the new reality out here. This is just where we live. So there's going to be a lot of time spent exploring around. And the Thursday schedule should be back up and running, and then we'll see what else that we can film out here, because there shouldn't be too much to do in this time of no furnace repairs and just pretty much hunkering down out here. And we can try and film as much as possible out here. And road trips are always good too, because we've moved closer to the Rocky Mountains by about an hour, 45 minutes. So we can actually get out into the mountains within a couple of hours from here, which is awesome. And there's a lot of crown land just north. And I saw a wildlife trust area just south of here, which looks pretty good. It says no camping, but I have my ways around that. You just got to be a little sneaky. So thanks for watching. I got to go into the house and start loading up a few more things and unloading, and then get back to the Edmonton house and finish up all the packing and stuff there and move some stuff. So thanks for watching. If you want to follow the adventures out here and you just come across this channel, we're always up to something kind of unusual. So consider subscribing if you'd like. And if not, that's cool too. You can follow along and see which ones are interesting to you and which ones aren't. You can always skip those, because let's be honest, I subscribe to a few channels and I don't watch everything they put up. But hopefully there's something on here that you like. So you guys hunker down at home. Stay safe in these crazy times. And we are going to see you guys next week, if not sooner. So thanks a lot. And now you are camping with Steve.
I just MailChimp my marketing with AI to create a hyper-personalized campaign in minutes. That's un-MailChimp believable. It is un-MailChimp believable.
They say an apple a day keeps the doctor away. But flu vaccines can help too. From apples to immunizations, check it all off your list at Walmart. Get your flu shot where you already shop. Who knew? Walmart.
You can clearly see the issues with the driveway there. So hopefully we're going to get some gravel hauled out soon. But in the meantime, we're going to head back, start a fire, and cook some food. This little shelter seems to be holding up well enough. And the first thing I'm going to do is scrape out a little more of these dead leaves, because that'll start a wildfire in no time. It's particularly concerning when the house is right there. So do that. There's a lot of good, oh, that was harder than I thought it would be. There's a lot of dead wood that we can get a fire started with, and that's just what we're going to do. So let's look for a little more of this stuff and start a little fire. whole bunch of really good wood here. Sadly, all the rocks in the area were all too far and heavy to bring around. So I'll just have to be extra vigilant with this fire here. And what I do is I just throw a bunch of sticks and whatever I find on the ground. Then, yeah, better. Smaller stuff goes on the bottom. Okay. I think this might actually start. All right. Yeah, that'll work. You always know it's good when you start to hear that first crackle coming out of the wood. Meantime, a few more pieces. Yeah. Probably burn. This thing can go for sure. Yeah, that should burn just nice and fine. We got some bigger stuff. The axe might be required, however. And don't consume alcohol when you're operating the axe, unlike me, which ended tragically the other day with my finger. Oh yeah, I managed to bandage it up, reattach it, and it's working good, but I am a cautionary example at best, not an educational channel. But, wow, this is actually pretty sweet. A little more engineering on this, and I think we are going to have a very good shelter. And can't beat that fire. Sleeping bag laid out here, and my pillow, my hunker down pillow. Goes down over here. I'm going to be quite comfortable tonight, but I will tell you the story of the problem. This hip, I was diagnosed at 22 with avascular necrosis, or osteonecrosis. Basically, the femoral cap on my hip died because there was a lack of blood flow. And there's a lot of causes for it. However, they couldn't ever figure out mine. So I will need a hip replacement. And that's why I don't really go doing a lot of hiking in my videos, because I just can't carry a lot of weight on my back. Like, it puts too much weight on the hip. So this hip problem was originally caused, in my guess, from an air mattress that deflated in the night. Now, I remember going to bed one night and the air mattress had a slow leak. And I woke up the next morning and my entire side was numb. Like, it pinched off a major artery, I think. So I would recommend to anybody that's using an air mattress, if it is, you know, like one of the higher air mattresses that could actually pinch off a joint or something, patch that thing up right away. That's the story on the hip. And sorry to bore you guys with that, but some people may wonder why I'm never hiking in my videos when I, by all rights, I should be, but it will just destroy me to carry that much weight on my back. So anyway, we're going to get a good meal started here.